And I'm playing Minecraft. Bum bum bum. Yeah, it's been a while since I played Minecraft because I've been a bit obsessed with Stardew Valley recently, but yes, I got some stuff to do, as you can see. Um, I need to build the floor of my pyramid, and then I think when my pyramid is done, it will be the largest pyramid ever constructed by a single person. But I need to move this. Yes, and oh no! Yeah. And my life's been kind of, I don't want to say busy because it hasn't been really busy, but some things happening. A few weekends ago, I was making my son some pasta, and I was pouring the water and the pasta into a colander, and I was in a hurry, so I went really quickly, and it splashed back onto my foot, and of course it hurt, but I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then I forgot about it for like a week, and then it really started hurting, and I was like, oh my God. So I took a look at it, and yeah, the skin was gone. Not nice. So I've been taking better care of it now. So it should be better, but we'll see. I've been recording reviews for the YouTube channel. I think I'm up to something like 490 something videos on the YouTube channel. But it's kind of cheating because I have a podcast, and the podcast also publishes to the YouTube channel. And usually what I do is I do like a live video kind of me reacting, and from that I make the podcast. So just wondering if YouTube will dislike that. All right, I'm going to check the chat after every 2 stacks, see if there's anybody here. And already there's 2 people here. That's amazing. We have 1 person on YouTube, 1 person on Twitch. Thank you very much. You're welcome to chat or not chat. Just enjoy the vibes of a man building the largest pyramid in Minecraft history all by himself. I don't know if that's technically true because there are some limitations, right, to how big you can build a pyramid. And I was going to make the pyramid entirely solid, but then I did some calculations and discovered it would take 8 straight years to make the pyramid solid. So I'm making the pyramid just hollow, but even that, my calculations just included like the walls and not exactly the floor, but that calculation said that it would take like 6 days. So it's a bit better than 8 years, but still. The dolphins agree with me. New. So it's pretty much this. This is what I'm doing in Minecraft now. Um, I think after I make the pyramid, I will make more like maybe I'll try to do all of the seven wonders of the world. Maybe not so big though, like a reasonable size. So I checked the chat and there was nobody saying anything, which is okay, which is fine. I know that some people actually watch my streams later on YouTube. So if you're watching later, you can always say hi. There was one guy who did, and unfortunately he actually came and he watched the stream, and I didn't thank him for his comment. And now I think it's too late because he commented and then he joined this watching the stream, which was really nice, but I probably should have said thank you before, but I did not, because sometimes you forget to do the simple basic things that make life better for people, you know? And you have to try to remember those things, but if you don't try, um, I mean, of course you need to try, but if you don't remember, it's okay, because tomorrow is a new day. I have a story, but I'm going to finish this stack, and then I'm going to check the chat, and then I'll tell the story. Yes, Dolphin. I know. I will. I trust me. Trust me, bro. Trust me. I will do it. Oh, I was going to put the chess back there, but oh well. Oh well. All right. So let me check the chat. Still two people. Probably the same people. Really, really nice. Yeah. So the story. So as I mentioned before, I was playing Stardew Valley because it came up on my YouTube shorts feed, and I was like, oh yeah, I played it, and I kind of got bored of it because it's basically like agrarian capitalism. You're trying to build like a big empire in your farm. And I married Emily and I had 3 kids, and that was rough because you have to keep going around. Um, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I was playing it on the stream, and my son was like on here on the weekend, and I said something like, "Oh, it'd be cool if you could play uh, Stardew Valley on different devices," because he had his iPhone, and so he was looking at different ways you could do that. But then he's like, maybe I'm misremembering some important details of the conversation. But anyway, he found out that you can play split screen on Stardew Valley. So we were playing split screen, and the game is actually kind of, interesting because you can go on these missions, and we adopted a cat, and I'm like, he agreed, but apparently it was my cat, so that was kind of fun. But anyway, like with a lot of schools, he has Secret Santa. And this is crazy. They said that, so he said that he just wants the price of Stardew Valley. And it's in Polish money, but I'll just kind of translate it into American money. So, like, it's about $60 for the Stardew Valley. And it's not exactly 60, like, it's more like probably $10 or something. But, like, bear in mind, this is Poland, different country, different, like, circumstances. So, 10 zloty is like roughly, it's not like the buying power is about $10 for Americans. So anyway, so he said that he wanted the Stardew Valley thing, and he said that their budget is $100. And I'm like, $100 for a Secret Santa at a school? And he's like, yeah, some people wanted $200. And I'm like, yeah, some people want a lot of things. $200 for a Secret Santa at school? That's crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever been at a work event where, well, first of all, I'm really anti Secret Santa at work because no one's going to get you anything that you really want. And it's just going to be like a pointless waste of money. But there's never been a time when somebody has said, oh, it's going to cost, like, let's do a Secret Santa and the budget is $100. Like, never, never, never. So I think in that case, maybe the students shouldn't have set the budget, but the teacher should have set the budget. Like, the money will be, you know, this is what the money will be. That would have been a better idea, I think, because that's craziness. So, Chad, have you ever had a situation like, what was your budget for Secret Santa at school if you had a Secret Santa? I don't think we had a Secret Santa at school also because that would have been horrible. But I think we had like, we had like things like Valentine's Day, and to make it fair, like everybody was got something from somebody. But you're always wondering like, oh, did the girl give me like uh a good, did you give me a nice Valentine? Does that mean anything? And meanwhile, like, I don't know if they still have them, but there used to be like an entire industry of like Valentine Day cards for kids because a lot of schools would do this. So you just go and you'd get like these really, they even like everyone had the same that year, I think, like cartoon character Valentines like Tweety and Sylvester and the cat, probably like Mickey Mouse and things like that. What if they still do that? Probably not. Okay. So I think in my last full Minecraft stream, I was very nostalgic. I was talking about a lot of different things. And this is not necessarily nostalgia, but I remembered these because it's around the same time. I remember, so in the little town where I grew up, the big social event every Friday during the summer was the baseball game because they had like a baseball team, and usually it was like younger kids or older kids would play baseball. And then there was, so they would sell they had like a concession stand, and you could buy pop and hot dogs and different candies and stuff. And they had there something that was called like Fun Dip. And this is crazy. This is like peak 1980s stuff. So Fun Dip, it was this kind of stick which was made out of some kind of sugar, and you would lick the stick and dip it in the pouch of the Fun Dip, which was different sugar that was flavored. Like, so there was like grape flavored sugar and apple flavored sugar. So the Fun Dip was like, the bit that was fun was, the flavors were random, but it was basically you're eating powdered sugar, and not like powdered sugar like what you think, like on donuts or something. No, like just granular sugar that was, um, had flavor added to it. Yeah, very strange, very bizarre. Um, so yeah, that was around the time I was getting weird Valentine's Day cards from my classmates. But yeah, like $100 was a lot of money back then, but I think it even wouldn't have gone past like $10, for a gift. But then you have to think also, like, nowadays you're probably not going to be able to get anything for $10 with inflation and stuff. So I understand that, but like $100, so strange. Is that just sand down there? It looks kind of weird. I guess there's just something growing on the sand. Something is growing on the sand. Something is growing on the sand. Something is growing on the sand. Okay, I'll check the chat now. I don't think I've done it in a while, but there's still 2 people here. And they're still from Twitch and from YouTube, so thank you very much. We go down here. Oh no! Too far. Yeah. The stocks is really weird because I was thinking about it the other day. When I broke up with my ex-wife, and I'm saying it like that, although it was like completely the opposite, although probably it wasn't a surprise because we had a horrible relationship. But anyway, so when we broke up, I can't even say like when she broke up with me, but because that's what happened, which happens to a lot of guys, honestly. In fact, it happens to more guys than women. It's rare that a guy breaks up a marriage. That's an interesting conversation about why that is. But anyway, that's not my point. My point is when we broke up, I moved into this very small apartment, which was kind of convenient for where I was working. So, well, I moved into that very small apartment, and it was such a weird time in the world, right? Because we broke up, I kid you not, we broke up in, I think, November of 2019. So, you know what happens in 2019, right? So, there was the pandemic, which I think it kind of arrived in Poland maybe like in February or January or something. So basically, um, I'm living in this small place, this small apartment. There's like the pandemic. I'm kind of depressed because even though the relationship wasn't that great, I feel like very lonely and stuff, and trying to navigate, um, you know, spending time with my kids when I don't have any money and I live in basically a box, you know. Um, so anyway, it was almost literally a very small box with like a shower and like a little, not even like a kitchen. It was just um, a very small refrigerator and uh, an electric stove. Like not even like a real electric stove. They have like these kind of like a, if you have a camper, kind of like that, but portable. So anyway, I found myself, but outside, it was kind of nice because there was like a big park right next door, and they have like this really kind of, there's like a big road here, but then the apartment building was built in a very, it's also a very weird apartment building because it was built like I think in 1920. So it just looks so very odd, you know, um, but in a good way. And so there's like a park here, and the neighborhood, if you go opposite to the big road, is very nice. It's like one of the nicest, I think, neighborhoods in the city. But it's nice, but it's not like, you don't get the feeling that rich people are going to call the cops if you're just wandering around. So, and there, or at least there were at the time, a few abandoned houses, and then I was thinking, well, I could buy one of those houses. I don't know with what money, but you know. So I found myself being nostalgic for that apartment, and I was like, what? It was a horrible apartment. Why am I nostalgic for that? And I think I have a theory about that, which I will share after I get rid of this stack. So, very soon. Wait one moment, please, because I want to check the chat, because it's been a while. It has been a while since I have checked the chat. And now I'm checking the chat, and there's still two people. Hmm. No, sorry. And if you need any context for what that no was, you probably are the thing that you said you are. All right. Yeah. So my theory about nostalgia. Nostalgia is, um, I think, here's my theory about nostalgia. I think we tend to think that nostalgia is the feeling that you have because you have warm feelings about the past. And I don't think it is at all. I think it's like a very deep subconscious thing, and it's connected to our sort of animal brains. So we feel nostalgia for places because we felt safe there, right? You know, so even though that apartment was like very, very shitty, it still was, um, I still was safe. It was this nice neighborhood, no problems apart from my depression and stuff. Yeah. So that's my theory about nostalgia. So maybe I can continue with the story that I started there. So it's the year 2019, November. Oh, so 6 years now almost. That's crazy. I mean, exactly 6 years. It's November. My wife and I, we break up. I move into the box. Then in January or February, I don't remember what, there is a lockdown in Poland. like probably the first time that this has ever happened in the history of the country, apart from like when the communist government declared martial law. And it was really weird because we were talking about, I remember because I was an English teacher at the time, and I remember that we were talking about how the pandemic had come to Italy and how probably it wasn't going to be a big deal or whatever. And then there was this lockdown, and we couldn't go to the school because students couldn't go to the school. You couldn't leave your house. So we transitioned from being like an in-person school to like teaching online and having like phone lessons, which I actually quite enjoyed the phone lessons because, you know, it's a skill that you need to practice, right? Like people need to practice talking on the phone in English. If they don't speak English, I think it's a good skill. Um, yeah. So I was doing that for maybe like probably from whenever the lockdown happened until the next year in January, because they told us, and this is the crazy part. So the school isn't around anymore because they went bankrupt for reasons you'll see. But generally, they told us that we um, so they told us that. So I was teaching uh, um, these telephone classes, and I enjoyed it. And they wanted me to teach online classes, so I was like, okay. And then they made some rule, like after the third or fourth lockdown or something, that if you want to be working for us, you have to teach all types of classes. So that means you have to teach in-person classes. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a bit of a hypochondriac to begin with, but I don't want to be teaching in-person classes to people in the middle of a pandemic, you know. And there's like older people. So basically, if somebody goes to your class, your school in the middle of a pandemic and gets sick and dies because of COVID, you know, I would say that that is somewhat your responsibility, right? So they wanted us to do that. And I did not want to do it. So, so that was one reason, but there was even a more stupid thing that they decided. So they decided, I think that they had me be about, because it was a chain of schools in Poland. And they had tried to expand into Ukraine, but then the war happened, so that didn't go very well. Although it would have been really cool to teach in Ukraine, if there hadn't been the war. And so that didn't go very well. And then the pandemic happened. So they said that so at the time, I had been teaching at the school for maybe like 10 years, something like that, on and off for 10 years. So I have 10 years of experience, and I'm a native English speaker. Plus, I went to university. Um, well, maybe I didn't go to university to teach English as a second language, but I am qualified to teach English as a second language. So those are reasons you don't pay me poorly. But they decided that absolutely everybody in the class should um, Sorry, not in the class. Everybody who is a teacher should be paid the same amount of money. And then they said, like, and it's going to be this amount per hour. And it was like 40% less than what I was making. And I was like, yeah, no, not going to do that. Because the only way, because they wanted teachers to teach more hours, right? So I would have been teaching like 14, 15 hours a day just to make what I was making before. So when I was teaching like 5 or 6 hours a day, which doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're a teacher, you understand that you can't teach 8 hours a day. It's like ridiculous. All right, I was gonna put my chests down, but I think I have chests over here. Yeah, so then so I said no, and then I quit my job basically, and I had to start a new job, and basically I had an interview at my current job. I'm not going to tell you what it is uh, for privacy reasons, but I had maybe not at my current job. Well, actually, it is my current job now, but so I had an interview, and my current boss was like, what are you thinking in terms of salary? And I really needed a job. So I just said like a really low number, which actually was good because he hired me and I had like about 5 different raises in like a short period of time. But yeah, it was strange time. All right. So now I need to get more stuff. Get in more stuff. And where is the gate? I think I missed the gate. Here is the gate. My wheat is growing. And my flowers are growing. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? I love that sight in Minecraft of the firefly bushes in the rain. It looks so good. Very beautiful. Minecraft can be beautiful. And here I am trying to make it not beautiful by building huge constructions. Okay. New. 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 I'm looking for things that I can use to build a floor with. New. 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 Probably over here somewhere. New. 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 Although I need to use all of this stuff, most of this stuff inside of the pyramid, but that's a problem for later. All right, dirt. I can use dirt inside the pyramid. Have to break the box. Break the box. Break the box. Oh, more dirt. All right. Engage. Well, I have something else to talk about, but I will get to the gate and then I'll. Who massacred my poor boy? Should put a trapdoor there or something. Um, I really like this tunnel. It's pretty cool. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Okay. Well, I realized I said that I had a story, but I forgot what it was. Um, what was my story? Maybe I didn't say that. You heard nothing. Um, well, this is not what I was thinking about, but my ex, they had a good, their family, when my kids were born, decided, and I think it's really great, they decided that they didn't want people spending money on everyone. So we drew like the Secret Santa thing, and then you could get a gift for one person. And I think that really works. And then, you could give the kids gifts if you wanted. So that was nice. Oh, right. Oh, right. Because I know what it was now. So I said engage, like I was Captain Picard there for a moment there. And I'm in the middle of watching for my review uh, channel Das Boot. And I never watched Das Boot before. But it's surprisingly well, there's two things that are surprising for me. Like the first is that I think that movie had a huge influence on Star Trek. Not Star Trek like the 1967 television series, but like the movies and The Next Generation. Because a lot of because they're on a boat, right? So they're in a navy. So a lot of the things that they do are connected to like navy life. But and there's all of this navy terminology like down bow, like five and up. I don't remember exactly what the submarine technology terminology is, but and no one says engage, but it's clear like that's the influence. And because basically Star Trek is navy stuff in space, and the thing about like them being on a like they have so much space on their bridge, which is weird. And the bridge is like literally like three people like that. So that's the first weird thing is like now that I'm saying it, I don't think it had that big of an influence on it. Like maybe nothing specific. It's just like the atmosphere of the movie. And the other weird thing about that movie is it's about German submarine crews during the Second World War. So they are the Nazis, right? They are the bad guys. And they're like out there hunting for ships, like merchant ships to sink. And the merchant ships were just ships that were carrying stuff because that was their whole strategy, was to try and sink enough ships that it would destroy the British war effort or the Allied war effort. Um, but when you're watching it, you're like, oh my God, I'm really rooting for them. I want them to win. I want the Nazis to win because it's such a great movie. And you can feel like the sweat and stuff there. Hello. Hello again. It's probably like, the best submarine. I was thinking about that when I was watching, like, this is the best submarine movie I've ever seen. And I was like, well, how many submarine movies have I actually seen? Like 3, maybe. I watch a lot of movies too, so. Yeah, the next movie on my list is not one that I want to see. It's called Come and See. Apparently, it's one of the most horrific movies of all time. And horrific, not in the sense of a horror movie, but like it's about war, so horrific about real life. Maybe chat. Maybe you know a good submarine movie. Okay, still 2 people watching. I'm a bit tired because I woke up at like 7, which is very unusual for me. Usually I wake up at like 5. Bum 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 bum. Should host a radio program live from Poland. It's Wednesday Night Live. Oh, I have a week off next week. That's also great. I'm going to see my friend on Sunday, I think. She has a baby. I might go to the Canadian Embassy to get some passports for me and my kids. We'll see about that. This is mesmerizing. I just had a weird thought. So in Stardew Valley, I'm sorry that I'm talking about Stardew Valley because I am a bit obsessed with it recently. In Stardew Valley, you can, I think, if you're a girl, you can date girls and you can date guys. And I think if you're a boy, you can date boys and date girls. But can you date both? The reason I'm asking is because if you get to a certain level of like affection with each of them, like I think it's about 10 hearts, then they they don't like that. They consider like that infidelity, and they'll have like a meeting either in the tavern if they're guys or in Haley and Emily's house if they're girls. So what I wonder is like, so if you, so that happens if you get everyone to 10 hearts, like all of the eligible ladies or all of the eligible men. So I'm wondering if you can do both. Like what happens if you do both? Because in the like there's two different cutscenes. One cutscene is with all of the girls, women, and they're like, "Oh, you're horrible, you're horrible," and then the other one is with all of the guys. But if you do both, what happens? I wonder. It sounds like a challenge. Thought I was close to the end. I think I am close to the end. So very close to the end. My foot hurts. So I think I'm at the point where it's like getting better, but sometimes I'll like accidentally touch it and it'll be like, hey, I'm still injured. I'll be like, thank you for the information, foot. Oh yeah, some of this is wool. So I'm wondering, because in the bit when it starts, that it says like don't build things out of wool because lightning can strike and it can burn the wool. But so far, there's no destruction here. Of course, I think I need to be next to the wool for that to happen, right? I think I do. Think I do. I think I do. I think I do. I need some water. I'm also going to check. Oh, oh, just saying, like, my friend who has this baby who I'm going to go see on the weekend is like, giving me a list of things that I need to do. And it's like, do not use perfume. Okay. Please wear fresh fruit, not from market, not from work, etc. As it's the flu season, please wash hands before touching the baby. Of course, me and Adrian, we do all those things too. And I ask everybody, I'm just going. So yeah, I guess I have to take a taxi then to her place. Which is fine. I think she is a bit paranoid about things, but you know. I was just saying about COVID, so bum 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 bum. Putting dirt down. Hopefully nobody looked at my foot. I didn't want to look at it. I mean, it doesn't look bad now because it's covered with a Band-Aid, but looks pretty grody. I don't know. It's weird because I don't think she meant it in like you're a dirty, dirty man kind of way, but kind of gets that feeling like you're a dirty, dirty man. Didn't really think about the perfume thing. Although that's probably a big problem for babies, actually, that nobody really thinks about. It stopped raining finally. We're falling. Sorry. I zoned out. I conked out. Stopped thinking there for a moment. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she does think I'm dirty. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Because she has this list of things like don't wear perfume, as I mentioned. Wear fresh clothes, like, and she said not from work and not from the market. How am I going to get to her house? Because I think she'd have a problem if I go by public transportation. So I think I need to take a taxi. Ah. Of course. If I visit and then the baby gets sick, she'll kill me. Like, literally. Oh, now I'm like, do I want to see them? Yeah, I do, but maybe I could come in like a bubble. I don't know. She's kind of got this sort of I like her. She's like a good friend of mine, but she's got this sort of like paranoia about her. Racing the dolphins. Racing the dolphins. Okay, race the dolphins. Let me check the chat. Oh, we got 3 people now. 2 people on Twitch, 1 person on YouTube. Hello, hello, hello. I am attempting to build the largest pyramid in Minecraft, and also I'm getting very paranoid about a visit I need to make to my friend. Yeah. Maybe not need. Want to make to a friend. And here we go. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. This is a gigantic floor. And if you're wondering, the pyramid, so I'm making this pyramid, and the outside's going to be sandstone, and the inside's going to be hollow, but I am also making the floor, as you can see, on the ocean. And generally, it's a 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer square. So that means that there are 1,000 of these rows to go. Maybe not to go. So I've done that much on that side, and I've done, yeah, I think where that island is I've done it. I've done like an L kind of thing. I'm gonna try and make it a square now, maybe. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm not anywhere near that part yet. Ah! I have been checking the chat very regularly. Oh, it's 1 hour gone. I do 3-hour streams. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I do one Minecraft stream alternated with a different game. Currently, the other game is Stardew Valley. So tomorrow I'll be playing Stardew Valley. What can I say? Yeah. So I think the problem, I mean, it's not her fault. She is just really protective of her child, which is understandable. But I think the thing, if you have, I think I have low levels of anxiety all the time, and I think like it's especially social anxiety. So when somebody says something about anything, it really kind of bums me out. And it doesn't really have any connection to reality, right? Because she says that stuff to all of her friends and family. But kind of feels like a criticism. But it's not. It's weird. I think I could probably go to some psychoanalysis and get like an in-depth explanation as to why I feel that way, but I think it's pretty actually obvious for me, at least looking at my history, why I feel that way. And it has nothing to do with current situations. It's all like, I think it's just because when I was growing up, it was like a very small town, and I didn't really figure out this until later, but there was a situation between my mom and my dad, and it's a really small town, so everybody knew what was going on, you know? So they probably said something to kids who were in my class. You know how gossip is. So those kids would be like, they didn't really understand what happened between my mom and my dad, but they understood that their parents were gossiping about it. All right, I'm going to go in this direction. So, yeah, they weren't very nice. So they had like a lot of stuff that I could not control as a kid. They were, so basically I was criticized for things that I couldn't control as a kid. The things that I wore, my bathing habits, things like that. When you're a kid who's responsible for your bathing habits, I mean, you can be a super responsible kid, right? But if you're not a super responsible kid, your parents are responsible. And if they don't care enough, they don't care enough. It's not. There comes a point where it's pointless to blame your youth or your parents for your problems, but it's just a bit of an explanation. So that's why I feel like I am personally attacked when there are things that have nothing to do with me, right? I can't jump back on the pup. Jesus. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That was deadly. I think I'm just gonna go as long as I can go with my blocks in this direction, because I think I'm gonna hit an island eventually. I would think. Or the sun. Yes, or the sun. Oh, we lost a person. I bummed him out talking about my anxieties. Oh well. Oh well. Or maybe they were just like, what is he doing? Why? He said pyramid. Yeah, the pyramid's on the ocean, guys. Surprise! Okay. Now I'm worried that there isn't an island in this direction, and I'm just going forever into the ocean. That seems to be the continental shelf down there. I should have been counting. All right. I'm going to turn now because Okay, I think there is a definite island in this direction. Or maybe that's just a random bit of sand under the ocean. I don't know. I don't know. Do do do. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Oh, what's that? I feel. What is that? Oh, I think that is the island. Will I be able to make it to the island with this amount of blocks? I don't know. It's very dramatic. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I think I have about 20 Twitter followers, and a lot of those are bots. So if you're watching this on Twitch, if you're watching this on Twitch, please consider following me. It would be great. So my streaming goals are to have, oh, why is it bubbly bubbly down there? Oh, I didn't even make it to the island. I just made it here. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna make it. He's gonna make it on his own. He's gonna make it like Tyrone. He's gonna make it. He's gonna break it. Okay. Now the idea is that this will just be a little bit of a square that gets filled in. Or a big square in this case. Gonna make it on his own. He's gonna make it like Tyrone. I don't know why I'm going in this direction out in the middle of the ocean. Probably not the best of directions to go into, but oh well. He's gonna make it on his own. He's gonna make it just like Tyrone. I'm not sure he's going to make it on his own. I'm not sure he's going to make it like Tyrone. Yeah, that's very far. That's a lot of weeds down there. Okay, now I can hit there. Okay, now I have a bit of a problem. Do I go back that way or do I swim in that direction? I think I could just swim. What do you think, chat? Think I should swim? Should I swim? Should I swim? Should I swim? I'm gonna swim. Swimming on my own. Yeah, so my goal for YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, is to have 150 subscribers by the end of January, and I think I have like 112 right now, which is great. It's also great that people actually watch these streams when I'm done, which is so weird for me. But I think it's something you can put on in the background and not really pay much attention to and just look, especially if you like the games that I'm playing. Run in. Okay, first I gotta put some blocks over here. I mean, when I say blocks, I mean chess. Ow, my foot. And I keep putting my other foot on top of it, which is not great. I wonder if that counts. If my foot is infected, if she's like, don't see the baby if your foot is infected. I don't know. Although, because of my aforementioned social anxiety, sometimes I like randomly cancel things. So I think she would be happy if I canceled. If I was actually sick. I don't think I'm sick. I think I'm fine. I'm just a bit paranoid about my foot now. Oh, 13 now. Ow. that was fast. Oh, but I'm stuck. I can't. Oh, I can't. Oh, because you can't get up there because you need to go over here to get up there because you can't jump because there's a whole roof. There is a roof. Oh, my foot. Ah. Oh, now it hurts. Oh, it's so painful. It's really painful, guys. Oh, I can collect the wool. Some black wool and some white wool. And we're going to eat the mutton. Got to be careful, sheep. There are some dangers lurking about. Yes, because my goal is to eventually get rid of all of the material. That I've collected, and I've collected everything, so bit of some organizational stuff here. Oh, my wheat is getting bigger. My wheat is getting bigger. Wait a minute. I just put something in there. Okay, guess it burned out already. Where is my other thing for ores? Very useful, very organized. Yes, here it is. Yeah, and I have coal. So theoretically, I could use other things apart from, this is going to be, oh, no, I thought it was leaves. But it is dirt. Make it disappear in a aesthetically pleasing way. The cow said something. The cow said something. Okay, my foot's still itchy, still in pain, but I continue. If it gets very bad, I will just not Minecraft anymore, but no one wants that to happen. Okay, we're gonna see. Right, let's do the Stardew Valley. Sorry. In Stardew Valley, you have to pet your pet. You have to pet your pets, or pat your pets, and sheep count as pets. All right. This is gonna be fun. Watch. What? Oh, barely an inconvenience. What happened to that guy? He's probably still around. Okay. Okay, now I'm making a giant square. I don't know, I was doing this before with this, and it was much more the feeling that it was more satisfied to like make a square in an ocean and then fill it in rather than go row by row. But we'll see. We will see if it makes any difference at all, actually. Finally getting to the row. And it's quiet. It's too quiet. Something's about to go down. An old pyramid town. I'm not gonna drown. Oh, ouch. Ow. Ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I think I know what happened. Because I have a tendency to put one foot over the other foot. So I think I just put my foot. So I have like the foot with that is injured has no sock on it because, you know, you're supposed to give your injury room to breathe and stuff. So I've been doing that, but my other foot has a sock on it. So I was putting the foot with the sock on it on the foot that doesn't have a sock on it but is injured. And I think I pressed down on it like maybe 10 minutes ago and I wasn't paying attention. And then I took it off and I was like, oh, it hurts. Oh, it itches. That was that. So, yeah, not great. Not great at all. Yes, it needs to go 1,000 blocks that way. Do. So I'm gonna go to the office tomorrow. Working in an office space is like being in a prison, actually, because there's 100 different conversations going around you that you're like, there's no way that you can be involved with all of those conversations. And people, they don't like collectively, people don't think about other people. So there was a guy, I was at the office yesterday, and there was a guy who he put some alarm for something on his computer and then he left for a meeting. So he is gone for this meeting. He doesn't have his computer and it's like ringing like somebody's phone for about 15 minutes. And we're like looking at it. We're like, oh, what are we going to do eventually? So we turned the computer off because it was just ridiculous. So actually, that's not a very big square in terms of the pyramid. So we have 2 people, 1 person on Twitch, 1 person on one person on YouTube. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Ouch! 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 Okay, that's a bad position. Ah. I can't tell if it just hurts or it hurts because I'm thinking about it, Which is called a nocebo, if you're wondering. A nocebo is the opposite of a placebo. So a placebo is basically like you believe something can make you better, so it makes you better. A nocebo is like you believe that something can make you worse, so it will make you worse. I wonder where the bubbles are coming from. Here we go around and around. I like the sad faces of the squid. I guess those are squid. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. I wonder, like, what's the lore in Minecraft as to why there are ruined temples under the ocean? Was there like an Atlantis-like event that caused them to be sunken, or was there like an underground or underwater aquatic race like mer people who made them? I don't know, but I want to know. Want to know badly. Yeah, it's a little bit. Extravagant Tiller, BK. Weird, man, weird. Silent again. Here I go, all on my own. Down the only road I've ever known. Yeah, I don't think it goes much faster, but I think it feels like it goes faster when you do it this way. No, 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 no. Wow, this is hard work. I'm going to reward myself with some strawberries later. You might be saying, Adam, strawberries aren't in season. And I'm going to tell you something very odd about myself. I think that this might be the oddest thing about me, and I'm a pretty odd duck. So I discovered in the summer that I actually like, okay, don't get me wrong, fresh strawberries are really, really good. Like, if you go in June and you get like fresh strawberries from the farm, it's one of the best tasting things on the planet. But usually, what happens during that time is you get, um, like, you have a, I want to say, 20% chance of getting strawberries that are like really fresh and delicious. And then the 80% is strawberries that are not so fresh. They've left them there because it's strawberry season and people are going to buy them. Those are kind of mushy and not great. So, what I discovered this summer is I actually like frozen fruit much better than fresh fruit. And you might be thinking, that's horrible. You're like losing all the nutrition or whatever. But actually, no, you're not losing the nutrition because um, I think this is definitely true with vegetables, but it's probably also true with fruit. Like the moment you pick the fruit, it's starting to decompose. And so it's starting to lose all of the stuff that makes it good, right? But when you freeze it, it's locking in whatever condition that strawberry is at the time. And probably, they don't use like grade A strawberries for frozen strawberries, but I would say when you're eating frozen strawberries, you have like a 90% chance that they're going to be good and a 10% chance that they're going to be bad. So there's still going to be some bad strawberries, but it's a lot better than the odds with like fresh strawberries, especially if you're not at a farm, like you're in the city somewhere, just buying them off the street. Like drugs. Hey man, you got any strawberries? Yeah. Um, so I think that's true. So yeah, I started eating strawberries, frozen strawberries, and I've tried other fruit too, like frozen fruit. Like peaches are unique, kind of frozen peaches, um, and frozen blueberries and blackberries are just like little pops of juiciness in your mouth, so it's really good. But the reason I like strawberries is because it's like the perfect snack because you're getting like fiber and all of that stuff and vitamin C. I guess strawberries have like one of the highest amounts of vitamin C as a fruit, apart from citrus. So you're getting all of that stuff, but it also because strawberries nowadays are like so big, right? They're like really, really big. So if you're eating like a frozen strawberry, it takes a while. So it's like the perfect snacking thing. So you're eating like the same amount of calories as like a big snack, but it is in a much more digestible manner, you know? So I think it's good. I think it's really good. So that's the odd thing about me. So I'm going to reward myself later with my hard work by eating some strawberries and watching the last hour of Das Boot. Where am I? I don't know, but it's raining now. It's always raining here. The land of always rain. That's why it's called Always Rainia. Always Rainia. Beautiful. It's the land of always Rainia. It's located in Pennsylvania. It's not located in Pennsylvania, but what the hell rhymes with always Rainia? Not much, I tell ya. Not much. Also, random thought comparing Stardew Valley and Minecraft. So you can fish in both games, but in Stardew Valley, it actually tells you what species of fish you've fished. Although the fishing mechanic is really horrible and I don't quite get it. So it's not like it's wonderful there, but I don't like it. Also, the great thing about Stardew Valley is like there's like a really passionate community of people who play it, and they're like, "Oh, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this," you know. Whereas me, I just try to make money and upgrade my tools. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I wonder how much more dirt I have, but I'm not going to check until I get rid of the last stackage. I am from a place called. Oh, my mom had this like, I guess it was a tape growing up, and I forgot what it was called. But basically, it was this singer who did these satirical songs on the CBC, and she used to listen to it a few times. And one of the songs, because I was about to sing the melody, and I was like, oh, no one's gonna get that. But one of the songs on the album was called "I Am from a Place Called Bimbolandia," because it's about some political scandal. And then there was another one like, "We are the Tories. We screw up and we say we're sorry." And then she had another one like, "Leonard Cohen's never gonna bring my groceries in." All right. Ooh, I do have more dirt. More dirt. What can it hurt to use more dirt? Yeah, so the never Leonard Cohen's never gonna bring my groceries in is like set to the tune of like one of his '80s songs. I don't know, but it's like so crazy the things that you remember. It's thundering and raining. I hope I don't get hit. It's thundering and a raining, and I'm praying not to get smoked upside my head. Smoked upside my head. Smoked upside my head. He's praying not to get smoked upside his head. Ba 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 da ba da ba. Ba da ba da ba da ba. That would be a good melody. Too bad I don't know how to write music. Oh, so my daughter is dating someone, but it's interesting because she's like, "Oh, I don't know if I can say that I'm dating him." And I'm like, "Are you going on dates?" She's like, "Yes, that you're dating him." But it's like, I'm not sure I want to be boyfriend or girlfriend. It's like, well, you're not um, you're not a boyfriend or girlfriend. You're just dating him. Well, that's kind of weird, but they went to billiards, so that's nice. They were playing pool. Oh, anyway, so she said that and I'm like, oh, do you think there's going to be a third date? And she's like, well, I have to go to the orthodontist. I'm like, what does that have to do with you going on a third date? And she's like, oh, because we can only go on the days where I usually go to the orthodontist. Okay. But yeah, it's really weird having a child who's dating. It doesn't make you feel old at all. Hint. it does make you feel old. It's weird also. I know this is like a very random thought, but so I was looking at these dirt blocks and I was thinking, oh, it'd be cool. I was debating if it would be cool to have grass inside the pyramid or not. And then I was thinking about how weird grass is um, in Minecraft because it does grow on dirt blocks and there is a rate at which it grows, but there needs to be somebody around there for the chunks to load for that to happen. So there's like in about that general direction, there's an island which belongs to my son, and he put some dirt blocks down there, and that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And if I went there now, there wouldn't be any grass because nobody has been there. You know, people have been just doing this. So that's kind of weird. Like, I understand why it happens, but you would think like maybe the processing power would be too much. But you would think like if you put a dirt block down next to a grass block and you for whatever reason you don't come back for a long time, like there should be some kind of like time limit where the landscape knows that okay, this would have turned into grass by now, so let's just render it as grass. But I don't know. What do you think, chat? Do you think I'm right or do you think I'm wrong? The dolphin certainly has some opinions, but I don't know what they are. So okay, I don't know where I am. Also, bum 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 bum. My nose is itchy. Well, my boss was like, "Oh, I can tell you this thing." And it's also weird because I'm in this new team, but I am the only one who does the process that I do in my team. So it's like we have meetings about the other process. And then my boss is like, "Oh, and I have something to tell you, Adam." And it's like, "Oh, I'll call you later." And it's like, why not just tell me during this meeting? Like, it's not a big secret that other people know it. But anyway, the thing that she told me I already knew because my former boss told me. And I think that he did it on purpose because he used a chat that is not used for that. And he put the information in there. It's just nice of him. He's a really nice guy, but I don't know. He says that he will think about giving me a position in January, but I don't know. That's gonna be weird. Like, it's only like 2 months away, you know? Like, and I'm just getting back in the hang of doing the job that I'm doing now. I don't know what to do. I really don't know. Also, I don't know what direction. Because I'm out of dirt in like 10 blocks. And I need to get some more, but I don't know which way to go. Yeah, I'm out of dirt. I'm out of dirt. He's out of dirt. Out of dirt. Out of dirt. He's out of dirt. Oh, we're on the second hour already. I was going to say time flies, but it doesn't fly as much as when I'm playing Stardew Valley. Because with Stardew Valley, you have days and you have like all of these things you need to do before night happens, which theoretically also. Also in in Minecraft, right? There's nights as well, but because this is peaceful mode, I don't actually have to sleep. Yeah, and doing this is a bit of a chore, to put it mildly. You know, it's a bit hard. Where's the door? Here's the door. So many sheep. Wonder where the donkey went. There was a donkey here once, and it was awesome. I was very happy. Like, I think one of my favorite memories of playing Minecraft. Then there was like the time me and my son destroyed a bunch of forest on stream. And then there was. Ooh, should get rid of this one. Sandstone? What? Oh, there's sandstone. Oh. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna take the sandstone also. The dirt too. Okay, I'm gonna take all of the sandstone. and the wool, and the diorite, and the dirt. Oh, this is sand. Okay. Unfortunately, my crafting tables are inside of my pyramid, so I have to go to the pyramid. To the pyramid, Robin! To the bat pyramid. Ooh, I could make a bat cave too. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun. They both reached for the gun. What was that? What were you doing? That was Love Pat. No, that sounded so awful. I'm sorry I did that. I don't think wolves react that way when you hit them. I think that's a dog thing. I think wolves are like, they bite. I didn't realize that I had sandstone left because I need to do the pyramid thing you can see over there. No, wait. That one's the wrong way. Okay. And there was more sand where that came from. Do do do. I fell into a burning ring of sand. That would be bad if you fell into a burning ring of sand. And it burns. Wait, if I put like chests along there, would I be able to open them? That's a good question. A question I don't know the answer to. A question I will have to figure out. I think also. Yeah. Yeah, because I just have this like random row I haven't done yet. So I need to fill that in like this. Because the problem was when I was doing it too low to the ground, then it would just attach to the lower level. So I came up with this brilliant solution. I think I'll be able to attach it over there. Okay. And does this just, I think it just ends. Yeah, okay, it ends down here. So, the same thing going in this direction. Yeah, when I was doing this before, I didn't have a door, so I fell down and I had to like walk all the way down there. I still have to walk a long way, but at least there's a door. Oh, Marie, I sure hope you're happy. Yeah, so I need to do basically 1,000 blocks per row. Well, I guess it gets smaller. It gets, so for example, I think this is 4 rows up, so this is like 996 blocks on this row. Then it will be 995 and so forth. Do, 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 do. I've been really motoring with the sandstone, so maybe I'll check the chat. Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. Oh, I did the thing with my foot again. Oh, why? Why? Why do I torture myself? I don't know. I don't know. Somebody else write to me. Ooh. No. They did not. Oh, damn it. Okay. I'm going to build some stairs. Damn it, Adam. That's the That's the price you pay for building stairs. Is that it's not going to work now? It is going to work. This very, very big pyramid. think it's pretty steep too. I should have probably done like 2 rows per layer. Oh well. Marie. I'm at that point in the stream where I sing random songs that people don't know. Some of them are real, some of them are fake. Which ones? You decide. Oh. Oh, damn it, Adam. It's like, surely I'm at the end of this row. This is a very long row. Almost to the end. Bam, 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 bam. To the break of dawn. To the break of dawn. I told you, it's the random song bit of the stream. I just feel like I'll be putting sandstone blocks down to the break of dawn. 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 Ah, Scheiße. Then when I get like at a certain point, I'm gonna. Oh shit! You did it again! I'm gonna have to go and like. Gonna have to go and wreck all of this stupid excess sandstone that I put down here when I was building. Well, maybe it will look like supports or something. Okay. Hey, hi. You said hi like 8 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. It's my son. Nice. I tried to call you earlier. I don't know if you're still watching, but I tried to call you earlier and your phone was disconnected. But I did call you kind of early. Not disconnected. It was maybe it was on silent mode or something. All right, I'm gonna go in this direction with all of. I don't know what's in that direction. Hopefully an island, but we'll check the chat after. I do 2 stacks. should have been counting because then I would know how far I need to go. I'm not a very organized pyramid builder, I have to say. Because people, I'm sure the Egyptians, they calculated stuff to build the pyramids. They kept records. They weren't like, oh, I think it's about that big. Although apparently they did build some pyramids that did not work. That they miscalculated something. All right. So I will check the chat. It was dead. And it came back alive. So earlier there was a bot on Twitch, and the bot said something like, I know this sounds exactly like something a bot would say, but please drop your Discord or Instagram. And I was like, no, thank you. I'm not doing that. So I'm just going straight in the hopes that there is an island there. And my foot is itchy, but this time it's my other foot. And oh, jeez. Ah! Oh, I'm itchy all over. Itchy all over, and oh. My daughter just invited me to a concert at 5. And do I want to go? Yes, I do want to go. Hold on one second. Ew, now I want to talk to her. But I have a few minutes until the end of the stream, so discipline, always discipline. Or dignity, always dignity. Let me check the chat. Let me check the chat. Oh, it did not rise from the dead. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. Now I'm distracted. I am distracted. I am distracted. Also very itchy. Distracted and itchy. It's not a good combination for Minecrafting, people. Oh, I have a feeling there is elevation at the bottom of the sea, so usually that means you're close to land. but I don't think I'm going to get there with my 40 blocks. But maybe we'll be able to see something at the end of the blocks. Wait, is that sand? No, it's sandstone. Oh, there's something over there. Ooh. There's man-eating fish under there. Oh no! Oh no, the man-eating fish! Okay, I'm just gonna swim. It's quicker. Wow, I'm really going fast. Okay, it might not be quicker, but ow, ow, cramp, finger cramp, finger cramp. Okay, I am back to the edge of the pyramid. Back from the edge of the abyss. Oh, whoa, it's a dolphin. No muy bueno. Oh, geez, there's so much sea life. Yes, Mr. Dolphin. Oh, I gotta go over here. Because there's no way. There's no way of jumping on that part. I wanted to say, but it's too late now. And now we go for a very long walk in that direction. So tomorrow's stream will be canceled, or rather postponed until Friday, because I'm going to do something tomorrow. It's a secret. No one may know. Destiny, always destiny. I think he said dignity, always dignity. Are you playing Minecraft? Oh, somebody. Philharmonia Utska. Okay. So I need to. Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said, what is babushka? What a babushka? I was just thinking out loud because I'm distracted and I'm itchy. could probably figure it out by going by the side. I mean, now I'm trying to figure out how many things I need to go in that direction. Because I figured out when I was walking that way how long I needed to go, so I could do it in the opposite direction. It's true, I could do it that way. Damn it! Okay, I'm gonna. What are you doing then, if you can tell me? There's a high-pitched buzzing sound on stream. Okay. That's interesting. I'm going to check now that I am. Because that's not good. I'm going to check now that I am. Because that's not good. I can kind of hear it, but. I'm going to check now that I am. I can kind of hear it, but I don't know what that is because it might be the refrigerator, it might be the ring light. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll turn off the ring light and see if that gets better. I don't know. Because there isn't. Because my computer is kind of loud, but it's not anywhere near the microphone. So I don't know. Hold on, maybe. I'm checking the audio. No, it's connected to the. Could be the clock. I don't know what it is actually. Could be the clock. Could be a lot of things. Such a waste. Such a waste. Just for me to go back in that direction. So I guess I won't call you later then, if your phone is still not alive. Sounds like you must be doing homework. I think it's my computer. I don't know. Or maybe it's the dolphins. I don't know. That was just once, though. I think maybe I'll watch it back later and see what's going on. If I can pinpoint the noise, because I really don't know right now. So far away. Kubik says he doesn't think that's dolphins. Yeah, probably not, but I don't know. Maybe the dolphins are everywhere. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so while I'm working, I will promote the next stream. The next stream will probably be Friday from approximately 5:30 my time to approximately 8:30 my time, which is CET. My son has mentioned before. I will be streaming Stardew Valley because I'm a bit obsessed with it now. And time goes by really quickly when I'm streaming Stardew Valley. And I might think about having like one day, because Stardew Valley is also like a really, there's no time limit, so you could be doing it forever, basically. So I can be streaming a lot of days with Stardew Valley. So I'm thinking about having like one day be Minecraft, one day be for streaming, one day be Minecraft, one day be Stardew Valley, and one day be something completely different. Oh, you fixed Steam. Cool. That's good. I was telling the stream earlier about your Secret Santa. Specifically about how much money, because that's a lot of money, in my estimation. Or a Secret Santa. Kubik went a little bit wild with the emojis there. But I guess the point is that he has Undertale now. Which is great. Which is awesome. Oh, and it's great. It's great. Oh, there's 3 people watching on YouTube now, which is like a record for this stream. So it's also, if you're on Twitch, you can't really see this, and you can't really see it if you're on YouTube, because YouTube it displays properly. But I have like this free stream thing where I can see the chat, and it says popcorn yellow stripes. Smile face, red heart shape face, red heart shape face, blue covering eyes, cat orange whistling goat, turquoise white horns, blue, no, sorry, face turquoise covering eyes, body blue raised arms, YT, do the 5. Oh, wait, I'm not done yet though. Do the 5, oops, person blue eating spaghetti. Text yellow goal person pink sway hair hydrate thanks doc chill with cats. The emojis were unreal-eyed. Yes, that's also crazy to say it like that. So it seems like whenever I'm about to finish my streams, I get a lot of people who are watching, and maybe it's just because Kubik was diligently writing me there, and that's what attracted attention. Maybe I should just start chatting to myself on the stream. Maybe that would work. I don't know. Yeah, so as I said, next stream Friday, my goal is to have 150 subscribers on YouTube by the end of January. I have 112 approximately, 100 followers by the end of January on Twitch. So if you're watching on Twitch, please do that. But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody who joined me on this stream today. I'm going to finish because I'm out of blocks. And I am going to go. Right, so tune in on Friday, 4:30 my time, 5:30 my time CET for 3 hours of Stardew Valley. It's going to be amazing. Probably. All right. Bye. Have a good one. Talk to you later.